going on, everybody? Good morning. It is your boy, Trey. Since by the time you see this video, it's probably be 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the evening. But that's cool. That's cool. Just wanted to try a little different launch point. So I'm shooting it this morning. So happy Friday, all of that good stuff. Before we get into this video though, I need something from you. I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video. I need you to sub to the channel. Make sure I got you where I want you. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So what we're going to talk about today are 7 men fragrances in my collection that I feel like got that boss effect. Make you feel like a boss dude. What is a boss dude? Well, it's just a dude that's, taking care of all of his business. You may be a boss on your job, certainly a boss in your house, your household, whatever. Just a boss. Especially if you're one of those bosses that's got all this gray and stuff in your beard. Late age guys. So let's get right into it. No further ado. I think I got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Let's go with the last one I touched from the house of Zaharov. And it's a signature per home. Big boy bottle. This stuff right here, man. This is just some unapologetic, well-made, grown man juice right here. This is not a mass appealing fragrance. It's not super sweet. It's not super syrupy. It just smells good. I think this is a timeless, classic scent profile. A little bit of a fougere, a little bit of a barbershop. Easy to wear. But it's the type of fragrance that people smell on you, especially women. And it just smells like money is what it smells like. I'm gonna give myself a little bit bigger squirt. It smells like money. I like it. A little bit clean, a little bit soapy. A little bit spicy, but spraying this on, there's nobody gonna tell you you don't smell good with this type of fragrance on, man. I think Mr. George Zaharov and his people did a really good job on this fragrance. And it just smells, man, it just smells masculine, mature, with a little bit of sophistication. Again, it is a fougere, it is a barbershop style fragrance, but it is done in the right way. It doesn't come across too strong. It doesn't come across as off-putting or overpowering. It just comes across as clean and smooth. Any occasion to wear this, I personally would dress this fragrance up, but it is easy enough of a wear that you can wear this as a daily driver, and I could definitely see somebody wearing this as a daily driver, picking this up every day and spraying it on. 2 to 3 sprays, 4 sprays will get you with this one from the house of Zaharov. It is signature per home. And this is the first fragrance that Mr. Zaharov released the second time around. I know when he was younger, he had a fragrance line, but some things happened and he had to start all over from scratch for whatever reasons, I'm not sure. But when he came back out, he was messing with Fragcom heavy. He still is, but not as small time reviewers anymore. But I was fortunate enough to receive this bottle free of charge, and I'm glad that I have it because, again, 48 will be 49 in December. So when I get ready to, to put that boss down, I reach for fragrances like this, and I like it. I like it a lot. So one last time from the house of Zaharov, it is signature per home. Now we're gonna go to the complete opposite end. This is a boss style fragrance to me as well, but it is a little bit more mass appealing, and it's a little bit sweeter, but still I like it. From the house of YSL, it is YSL's Ysl Le Parfum, and this is one that I love. Give myself a little spritz of that right there on the wrist. I can smell that from here. You definitely pick up on that YSL Y DNA. And this is either a line that you absolutely love or you absolutely hate. It's 50-50. Some people love it, some people hate it. Personally, I love it. Hope everybody's safe from the hurricane and the weather, especially if you're down on the coast. as all that rain has been making its way up on the north end. It has rained here, want to seem like for 24 hours straight. Well, since Wednesday night, it's been raining, but it's been cool. Now, with this one, again, you definitely get more of a mass appealing scent than you do with Signature Per Home, but still, it's nice. It's subtle. It's a parfum concentration. Sits a little closer to the skin than I like a fragrance to, but nonetheless, it still smells good. And what you get here is a sweet, sort of blue type of fragrance. Not monster projection, decent longevity, does sit close to the skin, but it does give off the effect that, hey, I'm not trying too hard. I know that I smell good. Super chill, but super sweet. Just a nice, easy to wear fragrance. A little bit on the fresh side, but it's not a freshie. Think blue, think sweet, think easy, think chill, and think this one. I wouldn't necessarily try to dress this one up, though you could. I wouldn't try to. I would keep it super casual, nice khakis, nice button down, polo shirt, some good jeans and a polo shirt. That's how I would wear this one. That's how I would wear this one. Keep it super, super, super easy, but casual. That smells real good. So does the Zahara. This next one, man, is one that's hard to find. But if you're fortunate enough to find a bottle and have a bottle, I think you should rock it. And if you're fortunate enough to find a bottle, I think you should pick it up. And it is from the house of Versace. It is Versace Man. Skin clean right there. Spray this right here. Strong, potent. But again, timeless, little bit smoky, but not too smoky, not too over the top smoky. But just a hint of something in there gives it a little bit of a smoky vibe. Again, smelling it beside the Zahara, it is a little bit what's the word? You do smell a little bit of a different quality in this than you do the Zahara. Not a huge drop off, but this is more of a designer fragrance. Versace is definitely designer. Zahara is definitely designer as well, but he does put the highest of quality ingredients in his fragrances, and you can tell it. It's just a certain smoothness that's with the Zahara signature that you don't quite get from a lot of other designer fragrances. But this one right here, again, 4 or 5 sprays of this and you're gonna be good. Just comes across as very, very masculine, very mature. Confident invoking is one of the things that I think this fragrance could be labeled as well, or at least that's how I feel when I wear it. It's definitely one of those fragrances that I like to reach for in the wintertime when it's cooler, or in the fall when it's cooler. And I don't necessarily think that fragrances have a certain type of season, but I do think it's easier to wear them in certain seasons. I mean, you can wear what you want, how you want, when you want. But this is one I like to reach for when the leaves start to fall off of the trees. It's definitely got that boss effect. It's definitely a masculine fragrance, and it comes across like that. And the reason that I say these are boss fragrances or masculine fragrances, because I don't feel like everybody's gonna reach for this fragrance. I don't feel like everybody is going to want to spray this on. I mean, like, you know, when people come in my house and they see my collection and they start grabbing fragrances, they may pick this up, but this is not one that they're gonna want to put on skin. And I think that makes it a boss style fragrance. Plus, it's gonna make you feel like a boss. Moving along, from the house of Versace, it is Versace Man. That's a good fragrance. Meanwhile, over here, this YSL is doing what YSL do. It's starting to settle down. That sweetness is coming to the forefront. I like it. I like it a lot. Definitely different from the Zaharoff. Definitely different from the Man, from the Versace Man, but still, to me, a boss style fragrance because it's not loud. It's super chill, super smooth. You're gonna smell good. It is a little bit more modern. That may be one that people will pick up and want to spray on, but still, it smells good. And it's not loud, it's not too strong, it's subtle, it's smooth, it's easy. Still boss-like though. This next one, I could not make a boss list without putting this one on here. And it don't need a whole lot of explanation. It don't need a whole lot of introduction. From the house of Chanel. It is Egoist, man. It is Chanel Plat Egoist. This is just, I mean, and notice I got me a cap, right? So, you know, it pays to have friends in good places. My lovelies over at Dillard's hooked your boy up with a cap, so. Because all I said was, I need this. And she said, I'll put it in your bag. I said, gotcha. So. Platinum Egoist. This is a holy grail fragrance to me. Clean. It just smells like money. I don't know if that's vetiver. I want to say that's vetiver in there, and that may be why I like this fragrance so much. Vetiver is one of my favorite notes. And the fact that it comes off clean and masculine, but I love a fragrance that gives off the at least appearance or illusion that I'm not really trying to smell that good, but I just smell this good. To me, that is the ultimate. Some fragrance, like, to give you an example, Pot Rabanne 1 million. I like the scent. I love the 1 million line. I've got tons of 1 million. I don't know if you can see them back there, but I love the line. But the original 1 million does exactly give off the impression that I am trying to smell good. My whole purpose is to smell good. And, you know, sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad. Fragrances like this right here, when you walk into a room, it's polarizing and people are going to smell it. And they're going to be like, somebody smells really, really good. And they're not going to be able to put their finger on it because Chanel doesn't put a lot of hype behind their fragrances. They did with Blue D Chanel, but they don't put a lot of hype behind their fragrances. And you don't hear people in Farrakhan mention Egoist anymore. You know, it's just like, huh? But to me, this is a workhorse. Definitely, definitely, definitely. If I got up every day and went to a office or something like that, this would probably be my signature scent. This would probably be my everyday fragrance, at least 3 to 4 out of the days of the week. I just love it. I love that scent profile. It just comes off really, really clean, fresh, like you got out of the shower with a really good, expensive soap, but not a shower gel type of fragrance. And again, this is one that I don't think a lot of young guys would be like, yeah, let me borrow that Platinum Egoist pop. I just can't see that. I just can't see it with this one. But you definitely smell handsome, clean, like a boss is supposed to smell. So from the house of Chanel, it is Platinum Egoist. Speaking of vetiver, I didn't know I had this one because I picked this one up on vacation. Yeah, I didn't know I had this one. From the house of Tom Ford, it is Great Vetiver. And this was one I had wanted in my collection for a long time, and I finally got it. You know your boy don't buy fragrances unless there's some type of deal involved. May have overpaid a little bit, but it's fine. I got it while I was on vacation, and I will always be able to remember that. So what I did was bought one bottle at full price and got this bottle at 30% off, and that was good enough for me. Much like Egoist, clean, fresh. Hey, I smell great, but I'm not trying too hard to smell great. And again, this is one of those scents that a lot of people are not picking up anymore. You very rarely see gray vetiver in any of the videos anymore. You don't see people talking about it anymore, and I don't understand. But you can definitely pick up on the quality. I am not a Tom Ford fanboy by any means, any stretch of the imagination, but it's one thing I will give Tom Ford credit for. His fragrances do smell of high quality. They just do. You know, I'm not one of these guys that's like, oh, Tom Ford, I must be, I don't rock like that. You know, I just don't. But calling a spade and being honest, certain fragrance houses do deliver a higher end fragrance. They do deliver a higher quality fragrance. That's where we go back and forth with this niche thing. You know, like I say, some fragrances are niche because they deliver a product that fits in the realm of niche. And some people don't like that, but anyway, I digress from that. But this right here, to me, represents, and I know they say gray vetiver, the name of it is gray vetiver, but this could easily be called white button-down dress shirt. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it, to me, represents. That's what I think when I smell it. Just super, super easy, super clean, fresh, nothing over the top, but just one of those fragrances where people just kind of want to stand there and sniff you. Now, I do like the Parfum a little bit better, which I think this is a Parfum concentration. No, this is an EDP concentration. The Parfum is in the silver bottle, and I will eventually be adding that one to my collection too. That's on my, that was up there with Platinum Egoist. It was on my hit list as well, but I did check this one off the box, and I do have some Scentbird decants of this one. Was it this one? I can't remember if it was this one or the Parfum. It's one of them. I need to get those Scentbirds out and start wearing them. But nonetheless, I like this fragrance. It just, to me, it invokes those feelings of a boss, of I'm in charge, I'm the man. All of that. All of that comes to the forefront. And speaking of coming to the forefront, every time I move this hand, that Zaharoff takes off. It takes off. And it was just one little squirt, and it takes off. And it smells absolutely amazing. Out of everything that I sprayed, and of course it's easy for me to tell where I sprayed. Oh, that Egoist. Between the Zaharoff, the Egoist, and this gray vetiver, as that gray vetiver is starting to sweeten up as it cleans up a little bit, and I absolutely love that. Only got two more, so about to wrap this up. But from the house of Tom Ford, it's gray vetiver. You definitely pick up on that gray vetiver. The vetiver comes off, it's really, really soapy, really, really clean. Love it. This next one, again, to me, this is a niche house. And this is a niche quality fragrance, if nothing else, and it's definitely a niche style of fragrance. From the house of LAIK, it is Ancre Noir L'Extreme. And this is a different sort of a boss fragrance. This is one of those boss fragrances again. And to me, this fragrance fits the profile of niche in every word. It's not mass appealing. It's not made for everybody. It's made to fit into a certain demographic, which is the definition of niche. And it's made from a company that does not delve in the world of fashion. Yes, they make very expensive crystal and glassware. Very expensive. This is not for everybody. This is not for everybody. But this, to me, is the perfect complement to a rainy, dreary, dark day or night. 3 to 4 sprays of this, you're gonna smell like a boss. A little bit of a cocoa-y, chocolatey vibe. A little bit of a boozy, leathery vibe. Hint of spice coming through there. I like this fragrance. I like this fragrance a lot. To me, this is a holy grail fragrance. To me, this is, if I only had to keep a few fragrances out of my collection, this is one that I would reach for. And the best part about this fragrance is it's not expensive. It's not, as a matter of fact, it's probably the cheapest fragrance of all of these out there. Of all of these down here, I mean, it's probably the cheapest. But I will say this, smelling it beside that Tom Ford, smelling it beside that Zaharoff, and I tell you, this bad boy right here can hold its own. It can hold its own. Now, would I reach for this on a hot, sunny summer day? But in mid-September, when it's been raining and it's a little bit unseasonably cool for Alabama, and I just might be putting on a hoodie tonight for the first time in several months, would I reach for this? But it definitely gives you boss up vibes in the sense of, unless they're a frag head, they're not going to be wearing this. Unless they're a frag head, they're not going to be wearing this, because they probably go to the mall and purchase all their fragrances. They probably go with what's popular. They probably only go by certain names. And LAIK is one of those names that we pass right by in FragCom because they're not expensive. And the big time reviewers don't talk about them, so that means it's not good. Horseshit. Great fragrance. And don't argue with me, argue with your mammy. This is a good one. From the house of LAIK. It is Ancre Noir L'Extreme. And last but certainly not least, this fragrance to me, man, have I put that much of a dent in this fragrance? I get a little nervous when I see the levels on my fragrances dwindling down. I don't know why. I've just been like that since I was a kid. And when I first started collecting fragrances, especially if I like it, when I see the levels on that bottle, I'd be like, I ain't gonna wear it no more. But this one, I'll just replace if it gets empty. From the house of Chanel, again. It is Bleu de Chanel, and this is the Parfum. And the levels are right there. I'm gonna have to sell this and get me a bigger bottle, is what I'm gonna have to do. And this is smooth, cool, incensey, a little bit spicy. Let me see if I can find a free spot to spray this. I think I got some skin right there. Just a dab will do. And anything with a magnetic cap. Bleu de Chanel, the EDT, is an all-time classic to me. It's one of my favorites. It's a Swiss Army. Again, if I had to get up every day and go to the office when I wasn't wearing Tom Ford, Grey Vetiver, when I wasn't wearing Platinum Egoist, it would probably be Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, the EDT. It's just versatile. It's that fragrance to me. This one right here, though, is a little bit more mature. It's a little bit more refined. It sits a little bit closer to the vest. But you still get some of that incense, some of that warmth, some of that spice that's in here, as it retains some of that coolness that makes Bleu de Chanel, Bleu de Chanel. I think Polo started that whole blue trend, but I think Chanel is the company that took it over the top and said, okay, I see you. That's a good little concept. Watch Daddy Ball. I think that's what Chanel did to the whole blue line, and I absolutely like it. Coach Blue is another good blue fragrance, but this right here, to me, just comes across as masculine, but yet sophisticated. And again, I love to give off the effect of I smell great, but I'm not really trying too hard, but I still smell good. That, to me, is an absolutely beautiful thing. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it's raining us. I love the sound of a rainy day. Growing up, my home is right off the highway, so you hear the traffic. It's just a love of mine. But last not least, Bleu de Chanel Parfum. And this has a little bit of a soapy note in it as well. And again, when I say soapy, I don't mean that it smells like a shower gel or a bathtub or a bathroom or anything like that. I mean, it's just in the bottom of it, you have this little something that just makes it smell like you're really, really clean. And I don't think that's a bad thing at all. And you get that from the Tom Ford, you get that from the Egoist, you get that from the Zaharoff, you get that from the Versace, You don't necessarily get that from the LAIK or the YSL, but you do get it from the Bleu de Chanel. But anyway, last but not least, Bleu de Chanel, Le Parfum, and that is going to complete this 7 fragrances from my collection that I think make you smell like a boss, or that a boss will wear. Again, thank you all so much for being the best part of this channel and constantly checking in with your boy. Bay Springs, Mississippi. I think y'all check in with me every day. I got some folks up in New York, that, matter of fact, I just sold a package too. Thank you so much for your purchase. Just sold my Toomey fragrances. The Toomey fragrances were good, but just a little too redundant for me to keep, because I'm trying to thin out some as well. Great fragrances, just too redundant. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to get off of here, edit this video, get this video uploaded so you can see it hopefully this evening around 3. Happy Friday. Let's get ready to watch some college football tomorrow. Love that. Wherever you are, be safe. Email is always in the description. Reach out to your boy. If you ever just need to talk, just shoot your boy email. I'm good for it. Anyway, I love you all, and may God bless you all. Till next time, guys. Peace. Oh, stay bossed up, guys.